A lot of us take Dubai as our home and we would love to invest in this city. Property investment is a big decision in our lives. Let's do the math. The renting versus buying is a never-ending debate for many. And for countless Dubai residents, the dilemma is even bigger given the significant rises in house rents and unpredictable movement in property prices. Irrespective of where you stay or the kind of accommodation you have, we can all agree that rent is the single biggest expense each month for any expat resident in the UAE. For Dubai, experts say that at least 40 to 50% of a resident's income goes into paying rent. A one-bedroom apartment could cost anywhere from 60,000 to 80,000 per year as rent depending on where you stay. While rents have reportedly been falling across the country, these ranges still apply in most areas. For comparison purposes, we are using a one-bedroom apartment close to Zabil area as a case study. For renting, we are using 80,000 dirhams as our sample price and 1 million dirhams as the sale price for a one-bedroom apartment. Scenario 1 is if you buy a home. So if you choose to buy a one-bedroom completed apartment in Dubai on mortgage, this is what you'll have to shell out in one-time upfront costs, as well as in EMIs and maintenance costs spread over a period of 7 years. As you all notice, the upfront costs mainly include the 25% equity and the DLD fees, which is the Dubai Land Department 4% Uqud fee. It's also called the property registration fee. This amount itself can be a challenge for many to save and spend in Dubai. With 75% of the property value mortgaged, the EMI of around 4,500 and maintenance charges of around 15 dirhams per square feet will contribute to subsequent cash outflows. The second scenario is if you decide to rent an apartment. So if you choose to rent the same house, your total outlay over 7 years would look like this. The primary expense is the annual rental payments. The silly assumption here is rents are not changing as it is hard to predict in the current environment which direction rents would go. Our verdict is that the upfront costs of buying the apartment is quite high. However, it is also important to note that you have created equity worth 25% of the property value right at the start. Aside from the upfront cost of buying, you would spend around 80,000 in home loan installments and property maintenance charges over 7 years, which is around 15% lower than what you would pay in rent and associated fees over the same period, that is around 500,000 dirhams. But is number crunching the only way to decide between buying and renting? Not really. Your decision must consider your personal financial circumstances, lifestyle preferences, budget, affordability, how long you plan on staying in Dubai, other debt obligations and such before you dive headfirst into either.